Ohayo Villagers, welcome back to the village. If you are new, hello, welcome. I'm Kai, and today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Superhero in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. But before we get started, thank y'all all so much for the support we've been getting lately. I really appreciate all y'all villagers coming in, new and old. So yeah, if you want to keep supporting the channel, you can become a member today if you like, or you could just sub to the channel, watch the videos. All support is appreciated. But yes, we're going to be talking about superhero content, so if you guys are trying to avoid being spoiled, good luck with that, but you probably don't want to watch this video. Real quick guys too, I really wanted to say thanks to Zyko Shen for letting me use your gameplay of some modded stuff. I know it's a little different, but we're going to be having some mod gameplay while talking about some stuff as well. So yeah guys, y'all saw the thumbnail. We are going to be discussing Superhero Pack 1, or just Dragon Ball Superhero in Xenoverse 2 as a potential DLC 15. Because as I've said before, I don't see this happening as a DLC 14, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to get any superhero content. If we do, it's going to be abysmal. We're going to get barely anything, just because they've already filled up so many slots. And if it was just like UI Sign, maybe. If it was just maybe UI Sign and Dispo, okay, maybe, but no, I don't see it happening anymore. Because like for me, it would be weird if they add only one of the characters, because all the characters like have like a partner, I guess you could say, like Gamma 1 and 2, Final Gohan, Orange Piccolo. Like it wouldn't make sense for me personally to see them go and just put one of the two, you know. So with that in mind, we can kind of conclude that this will be all in one DLC, DLC 15. So what does DLC 15 have in it? What are we going to see in this possible Xenoverse 2 DLC? Well, I'm going to start with the least hype to the most hype. Okay, starting with Gamma 1 and 2. They're not going to do anything too crazy, I don't think. They're pretty straightforward characters. I have not watched the movie yet, but just from what I've seen, they're just going to, you know, they have their little beams or whatever, their combo thing that they did. They can take a lot from Legends, actually, that they already have in there, and kind of go off of that. They're not going to be too crazy, I don't think, but still, I think great additions to the game. But then, moving on from Gamma 1 and 2, we have Orange Piccolo. Now, Orange Piccolo, on the other hand, or just Piccolo Potential Unleashed is what I'm going to be saying, because that's the character I think we're going to get, and then maybe he can transform into Orange Piccolo, or maybe it'll just be Orange Piccolo, I don't know. Because if you guys weren't aware, Piccolo got two forms from this movie. So, Xenoverse has a lot to go off of with this. Piccolo actually did a lot, so we can actually get some more stuff from him. So, I don't know how they want to do this, because there's a few options. They could just have it straight how they've been doing with some DLCs. It's Orange Piccolo. That's it. Okay? Final form Piccolo. There you go. But what I would personally prefer, if they would go on ahead, there's a couple options. Let me go over my first one. They start us out as Potential Unleashed Piccolo, and then he can awaken into Orange Piccolo. So that's option number 1. Option number 2, maybe they add a preset onto Original Piccolo, make him go Potential Unleashed, because I want both forms in the game. I want both forms, please. So maybe they give Piccolo a preset where he can awaken into the Potential Unleashed Piccolo, and then have Orange Piccolo as a separate character slot. Now that one I actually think I prefer. That way we get both of them, and Potential Unleashed Piccolo is free. I feel like it wouldn't be that big of a deal if they did that, but honestly, since it's a new form for a Piccolo, a pretty important character, I think that they would save that for paid stuff. Those are basically my two options I think they do. And I guess there's a third as well. They do 2 separate character slots in 2 separate DLC. That is my least favorite option. Please, Bandai, Dimps, don't do that. Like, come on. Like, this game can't have that many more DLCs left in it. Honestly, I really hope DLC 15 is the end. But I think, especially now, DLC 15 is definitely happening. Even because I know some people were speculating that, oh, now that we got the Patrol Pack or whatever it's called, you know, we don't need DLC 15 because that's a paid DLC. Therefore, that, you know, because back when, when they did the trailer for the DLC 14 or whatever, they had talked about there's going to be multiple DLCs coming. So, I don't know. I think that we're going to definitely get DLC 15, especially after Dragon Ball Superhero. Unfortunately, though, when it's actually going to come out, we'll talk about that more later in the video, but It's going to be a little disappointing, to be honest. But moving on to the final character of the DLC, there's also honorable mention, but I don't think he's going to be the DLC character. The final character we're going to be talking about is, of course, Final Gohan. Final Gohan as a DLC character is imminent. It's going to happen. That's that. Final Gohan is so hype. I love this so much. This is literally my favorite time of being a Dragon Ball fan. One of my favorite times. I don't know. They're all really hype. But Final Gohan is so cool. I just cannot wait to see what they do for him in Xenoverse. And there are some other things here that we're going to talk about as well. But, so I'm going to give it in like options like I did with Orange Piccolo. So, Final Gohan has a few options as being implemented. This is the option I'm going to start with, is the one I want the most. So I would prefer if we got a Gohan preset where it was free and it was with Ultimate Gohan. So it's literally just Gohan and his outfit from Superhero and his hair that can go Ultimate or Super Saiyan, either or both. I don't know. And then they give us Final Gohan as a DLC character slot. That would be my preferred way they did it. I don't know if we're gonna get that. Honestly, I think what they're going to do is we're not going to get any free presets or anything. We're literally just going to get Final Gohan as a DLC character, and that's that. Another option, too, is they could have, like, Ultimate Gohan from Dragon Ball Superhero, and then put him into Xenoverse as a DLC character, and then he transforms into Final Gohan. But I think something else I want to mention about Orange Piccolo and Final Gohan as characters, they change physically a lot. They change a lot. Especially, I'd say Piccolo to Orange Piccolo. That's just, that's crazy. But, so, when it comes to physical changes for Xenoverse 2, they're very iffy on it, and I'd argue lazy about doing any physical changes. Like, for example, Blue Evolution, where you're supposed to be buffer, you're not really buffer. Like, they don't really, that feels to me like a more simple change when it comes to transformations. And they didn't do that, you know, so it's like, I don't know how if they're gonna awaken Gohan into Final Gohan. I feel like that they wouldn't do, even though I think that would be more hype. Honestly, I think that actually being able to transform into Final Gohan would be so sick. Oh my god, I'd live for that. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. They're a bit lazy with that. And the same thing for potential unleash into Orange Piccolo. That's why I think the more likely option is just going to be one potential unleashed or two Orange Piccolo. Unfortunately, I really want both. I mean, they could just make it a 5-character DLC. I mean, if this is the last DLC, just go crazy with the Xenoverse. Go crazy with it. But yeah, I just, the physical change thing, I don't think we're going to end up getting a transforming Gohan into Final Gohan. I think rather it's just going to be the one DLC character slot for Final Gohan, and that's it. We still have to wait and see what they're actually going to do with that. But I want to just get into my honorable mention real quick. Cell Max. I don't see it happening, and I'm gonna say why. He's a big character, and y'all already know how Xenoverse is with big characters. They don't like us playing as them. The only way we'll get to play as Cell Max is either as a Crystal Raid boss or a Crystal Raid boss. That's it, because they don't like giving us access to these bigger characters like Merge Zamasu, who I feel isn't even that big. Like, he's a big guy, but like he ain't that big. So we can't even use Merge Zamasu as a playable character. I don't know. I don't think Cell Max is going to be playable either. But maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. You know, if Bergamo ends up winning the hero vote and he has a transformation where he goes big, you know, maybe that'll be like, oh, maybe they actually can do this. I mean, I always think they can do it. It's whether they're going to or not. And we can just look at Xenoverse's past and kind of predict its future. They don't like to go too off the edge with changing how they do things. They have a format, and it clearly works for them because they are still making money to this day. But I think that it would be healthy for the game, in the long run, for the franchise rather, if they try some new things like giving us playable giant characters. That would be super cool. But yeah, Cell Max used the main villain of the movie towards the end. And I think it would be a cool addition, you know? I think it would be something sick to see in the game, actually a giant character playable. But yeah, outside of that though, I don't know. There's not really too many more characters we could see. Maybe we'd see Pan, maybe we could see Broly, but I kind of doubt it. Like, these are all, like, Base Broly I think is a character we'll probably eventually get as a DLC anyway, or just in Xenoverse 3. But yeah, that mostly wraps up for character-wise. You know, moves. Gohan can bring his special beam cannon. Orange Piccolo with his stretchy arms. I don't know. They got to do something with the stretchy arms. They got to do it. Because while he's flying away on Cell Max with his arms. Oh my god, I actually kind of love that. But yeah, I mean, there's not really too much more else to say. If you guys have any opinions on this, make sure you comment down. Let me know what they are. And again, thank you to our members of the channel, our elite villagers. I appreciate all y'all. But yeah, with that, I'm Kai. Peace.